everybody, it's your girl SherrysJoy from Bookmarked. Welcome back to another episode of Bookmarked. If you are new here, welcome to my channel, and if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. It's been a while. I read books, I love books, and I love talking about the books that I am reading, and I love talking about my experiences while reading the books that I'm reading. I know, like I said, I know it's been a bit since I've done a full review in this style, but I was recovering from bone surgery, a car accident, and life. And oh my goodness, I'm so happy to be alive. And I have been reading. It's been a trying time. I've also been trying different things and venturing out. But you know, enough about me. Let's talk about why I am here. I read another book. I have had a pretty busy summer this year. I've been going to book fairs, and I have been going to new bookstores and festivals, book festivals and book cons, and meeting new authors and shop owners. And today I'm going to talk about A Witch's Penance by J.K Divia. Oh, I fell in love with this book from page 1, paragraph 1, line 1, first word. I fell in love with it. You know, I enjoy talking to people, and I enjoy reading books. And so I was able to meet JK at the Romantasy in the Valley. And she is an awesome writer among many that I met that day. And I am so glad that I met her. It's Romantasy in the Valley is a local book con for independent authors. And I was on a tight budget that day, and time was running out for our session, and I almost walked right past her, and but I was able to see her little gothy table. It was so cute, and she was friendly, and her overall appearance just stopped me in my tracks to kind of see, what her books were about. And I absolutely love it when people want to talk to me and they are friendly. I was very excited, and JK was super cute, and her books all sounded so amazing. And I read A Witch's Penance almost in one full night. I actually had to stop when I realized it was 2 a.m. And I mean, I do love to read at the witching hour, and I do love to read at that time. And what better time to read A Witch's Penance at the actual witching hour. But I had to get up early the next day, and so I had to put the book down, and then I finished it the next day. So in general, I just could not put this book down. JK's writing is very vivid without being overly descriptive. Being too descriptive can actually take away from a reader's imagination. And this was not the case here. I was transported through the pages. I'm not going to spoil the book because it's, not that long of a book. But without saying too much, the main character is Nina, and she suffers from anxiety. Don't we all? She thought it may be from living in the city and like the violence in her actual neighborhood and the stresses of keeping her children safe and all of that. So her husband sells the house and the row home and packs up his family, wife and 2 children, and they move to like a rural area of, I'm assuming, Maryland. So when I say city, Baltimore City. So I'm only assuming Maryland. We don't really know for sure. I don't believe it. She really specifies. I'm just specifying here, right? You're leaving it up to your imagination. So her mother has started looking up like their ancestry, and Nina has become intrigued in the research and decided to write almost like a memoir on one ancestor in particular, Elsbeth. And Elsbeth lives in 1700 Scotland. Oh, I love that. Scotland. And we were transported to that time, to find out about her and what she went through during the witch trials, the witch trial era. This is not about witch trials. It's not about witchery. It's literally like almost like I said, Nina is writing almost like a memoir about her ancestor, and it just happens to be Elspeth. So, this is a love story mixed in with betrayal and trust. And, I've talked about this before. So I had to come up with like my own rating scale to be fair on how I rate books, right? Because it's not like 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay, but why? Why am I rating it this? So please check out my other videos, my other reviews, so you can see all of my other books that I review. But my rating scale, the rating scale that I created for my reviews is based on writing, the writing style, the plot, characters, and atmosphere and vibes. I have a 5-point scale where 13 to 23 points is the lowest. So that was a 1-star. And the most points is 57 to 65, which is 5 stars. That's the highest. And I rate a Witch's Penance of 5 stars, 63 points, which is only because I had a connection with Nina, the main character. Anxiety and depression and postpartum are hardcore, but I didn't have like a really deep emotional connection with her. And that's really the only reason. And other than the dialogue, there was some Scottish dialogue in there. Please don't get me wrong. I was transported back to 1700 Scotland. Like it was so... J.K.'s writing is so beautiful that you knew exactly where you were and what time period. It's just some of like the old Scottish dialogue wasn't really there. Like for example, didn't know like Dinikin and things like that I've read in other books and seen, in other things. And it's not that big of a deal because honestly, it's not needed because you just know. So I still rated that category a 4. And that's all. So, I just loved this book and this writing. It's so beautifully done. You're taken from the pages, or you're taking into the pages, and you're taking from chapter to chapter. You can feel the emotion. You can feel the difference in the time period. It's just very cats. So it's just very, I get distracted by cats. What reader doesn't? So anyway, so yeah, like I said, the dialogue it's not even a big deal. So I fell in love with JK's writing from the first paragraph, as I said. Her writing, it stood out and I was immediately transported. You can feel the mood and emotions. Like I said, you can feel the atmosphere and you're being pulled from the present to 1700. And you can really feel that from chapter to chapter. So like you're reading like in the present day and you can just feel the present day atmosphere. It was around you. You could see it and you know it. You can feel Nina's, her pain, her melancholy that she's going through. And then, then in the next chapter, it's like I think she's like, let's get back to the writing. In the next chapter, you're in 1700 Scotland and you can almost smell the country, right? You can almost smell the Highlands. like, I don't know, like wet grass, like the dew on the grass, or maybe it's raining, you know, and you don't, it doesn't say, JK doesn't say that it's raining, but you just can kind of feel that atmosphere vibe in it. And you can also feel the drama, the melancholy, if you will. She is the writer of melancholy, and I can feel that. I knew it, I felt it. I have so much of a connection with her overall writing. I absolutely love it. And like I said, I met JK. I had the pleasure of meeting her at the first one, like I said, was at Romantasy in the Valley. And then I met her again at the Book Festival of Bel Air. And I saw her again today at Indies and Bookworms. I have purchased, I believe, all of the books that she has available right now, or that at least she had at these cons. Once I read this and I knew I was going to see her again, I went back and I purchased like everything else. So I'm really excited to get into her novellas and the other book that I purchased. And I can't believe that I can believe it, but this has truly left a very, very good, very deep impression on me as a writer. I am very much invested, and I highly, highly recommend this book. As readers, we have an open mind, we have an imagination. As writers, we do as well. I have dabbled in writing, nothing serious. So I understand how hard it can be to create, a world, or your just awesomeness. So just read the book, which is Penance. And that is my review on that. I am SherrysJoy. I love to read books. I love to talk about the books that I am reading. I love to hear your feedback. Have you read this book? Let me know. Are you interested in gothy, melodramatic, romancy type of books? Let me know. If you have a good one that you know of, please share it with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you know anyone that could benefit from this video or any of my other videos and reviews, please spread the word. Share the love. Like I said, welcome back. It's been a crazy couple of months while I've been in recovery. But yes, I am reading, and I am going to try to switch things up. So if you check me out on Instagram, I am BookMarkedSJ. I do book reviews and art where I color, or I make littles and tangles and color those, and talk about the book that I, have been listening to or reading. I do Vacation on a Budget with my husband, Awesome Rob. Go check out the DigiKast YouTube channel, Facebook. You can find me at all of the socials down below. I drink coffee, and I love plants, and I love cats. So I'm so thankful and grateful. So thank you all for watching. I truly appreciate it. Go check out J.K Divia and her writing and her information. Her website is listed below as well. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Love the world.